Jokic. Jokic. He's too damn good. It's not fair, all the things he can do. And, you know, he's so funny. I love the guy. He doesn't look like he's doing anything. You know, he's not going fast. He's not jumping high. You know, it's kind of Larry Birdish, you know, in a way.
I mean, he's the best player in the world. And I think our guys on our team, you know, we have 12 of the best players in the world. And I think they would all tell you he's probably the number one guy right now.
NBA coaches have tried everything to stop Nikola Jokic, but most admit it's nearly impossible. JJ Redick calls him the best player in the world, while Eric Spoelstra says Jokic's game is a puzzle no one has solved. Even Greg Popovich marvels at his old-school skill with modern dominance. The reason? Jokic controls the game in every way. Take away his scoring, and he'll pick you apart with passing. Collapse on him, and he'll bury you with efficiency. As Steve Kerr puts it, he's like Bird, Duncan, and Magic combined. Coaches agree. You don't stop Jokic. You just hope to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, again, he leads the NBA in touches. He's going to touch the ball, and we tried to limit his touches as much as possible. Thought Rui was outstanding. He was a warrior tonight, a warrior.
That's the Jokic effect. No scheme, no defender, no adjustment truly stops him. Double him. He'll dissect you with pinpoint passing. Limit his touches. He'll make every possession count. Switch defenders. He'll exploit mismatches with ease, no matter what teams throw at him. Jokic controls the game. And JJ Redick? He didn't hold back. In another interview, he made it clear. Jokic isn't just great. He's at the very top of the NBA hierarchy.
Let me say something real quick. Let me just say something. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world right now. If you don't believe that, I will respectfully disagree with you. There's no shade. There's no hate. You're allowed to disagree with that statement. He's the best player in the world right now. He's on a historic playoff run.
That's not just high praise. It's a definitive statement. And JJ Redick isn't alone. Jokic doesn't just dominate. He elevates everyone around him. Playoff pressure, he thrives in it. Historic numbers, he puts them up effortlessly. Efficiency, playmaking, leadership, he does it all. As Redick bluntly put it, if you don't agree, that's your problem, not his. Chris Finch, head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves, knows the struggle firsthand. He's game planned for the league's greatest talents. But when it comes to stopping Jokic, even Finch admits, it's just not possible.
I mean, you saw it. He had an MVP, best player in the world performance. I mean, it's, you know, we tried to do a bit of everything on him, and he had it all going. So we didn't really have an answer for him. And honestly, we haven't had a great one from the last couple games.
That's a head coach openly admitting defeat. And Finch isn't alone. Coaches across the league have all faced the same impossible dilemma. Double-team Jokic. He finds the open man, guard him one-on-one. He'll dominate in the post. Try to speed him up. He controls the tempo like a maestro. Force him to score, he casually drops 40 like it's nothing. There's no perfect game plan, only different ways to lose. Even Greg Popovich, a coach who's game planned against the greatest players in NBA history, Jordan, Shaq, LeBron, Curry, can't help but admire Jokic's genius. In one interview, the legendary Spurs coach gave one of the most fitting descriptions of his game.
He makes me smile. He has a lot of fun out there, and he's unorthodox, and he doesn't look the...
Jokic is a different kind of superstar, one that defies the usual blueprint. He's not a towering force like Giannis, doesn't overpower like Shaq, won't blow by defenders like LeBron, and isn't launching deep threes like Curry. He doesn't even look particularly fast, yet he's always a step ahead. Jokic's dominance isn't about sheer athleticism. It's about IQ. His court vision, ability to manipulate defenses, and talent for making everyone around him better set him apart. Even coaching legend Greg Popovich couldn't hold back his admiration. In fact, he didn't just call Jokic special, he called him one of one.
I don't think anybody can do what Nikola does. I haven't shown him any Nikola tape. He's a one-off, amazing, fantastic phenomenon.
This is high praise from a five-time NBA champion, a coach who has molded some of the most intelligent and skilled players in league history. Yet, when asked if he models Victor Wembanyama's game after Jokic, Greg Popovich simply shrugged. Because how do you teach something that's one of a kind? Jokic isn't just a great player. He's a basketball unicorn. And Pop wasn't finished. In another interview, he took the praise even further, comparing Jokic to one of the game's all-time legends.
He's too damn good. It's not fair, all the things he can do. And, you know, he's so funny. I love the guy. He doesn't look like he's doing anything. You know, he's not going fast. He's not jumping high. You know, it's kind of Larry Birdish, you know, in a way. But talk about skills and anticipation and decisions. He's fantastic. Great hands. Scores in every which way, involves all his teammates.
Greg Popovich didn't just praise Nikola Jokic. He put him in the same conversation as Larry Bird. That's elite company. Bird was one of the most skilled, cerebral, and competitive players the game has ever seen, and the comparison fits perfectly. Like Bird, Jokic isn't the fastest or most explosive player on the court, but he's always the smartest. He controls the tempo, sees plays before they unfold, and elevates everyone around him. His dominance isn't built on raw athleticism. It's about precision, vision, and mastery of the game. Popovich has coached against every kind of superstar, but his admiration for Jokic stands out, because Jokic isn't just one of the best players today. He's redefining what a superstar can be. And when coaches start mentioning a player in the same breath as Magic Johnson, it's no longer just about skill. It's about changing the way basketball is played. For championship-winning coach and analyst Doc Rivers, that's exactly what Jokic is doing, revolutionizing the game in a way few have ever done before.
He's one of those guys, Magic Johnson type, that he makes his whole team better immediately. Everybody that plays on the floor. I would be scared if I was a GM to sign a player from the Denver Nuggets, because you really, he makes them that much better. And so you're trying to evaluate, well, if we take him, will this guy be that good?
That's not just high praise. It's a warning to every NBA front office. Because Jokic isn't just a superstar, he's the kind of player who makes everyone around him better. That's exactly what made Magic Johnson so special. Play alongside Jokic, and suddenly, you're getting open shots, more space, and looking like an even better player than you actually are. We've seen it happen over and over. Aaron Gordon went from an inconsistent scorer in Orlando to one of the league's most efficient forwards. Bruce Brown flourished in Denver, became a vital two-way player, and landed a massive free agency deal. Michael Porter Jr. gets wide-open looks every night just by running the floor. Jokic doesn't just pass, he transforms teams. He maximizes talent in a way we haven't seen since Magic Johnson. And that's exactly what Doc Rivers is pointing out. Jokic isn't just a great playmaker. He is the system. A system that makes good players look great. A system that's nearly impossible to stop. So when Rivers puts Jokic in the same breath as Magic, he's not just praising his passing. He's saying Jokic might be one of the greatest offensive engines the game has ever seen. And honestly, he's not wrong. Just ask Rick Carlisle. The veteran coach has spent decades battling the best, crafting elite defensive schemes, and leading championship teams. But when it comes to stopping Nikola Jokic, even he admits it's a completely different challenge. After one game where Jokic dismantled the Pacers' defense, Carlisle summed up his brilliance in just one sentence.
Yeah, I mean, he had 18 points and 19 assists. And, Miles is picking up full court, so they do some things unconventionally because of his unconventional abilities and skills and talent.
Can't defend Nikola Jokic like a traditional big. You can't leave him one-on-one, and you definitely can't rely on standard defensive schemes, because no matter what you throw at him, he'll figure it out. Just look at this stat line, 18 points and 19 assists. For most players, 18 points make them a scoring threat. For most, 19 assists put them among the league's best playmakers. Jokic, he did both in the same game, and to Rick Carlisle, that wasn't even the most shocking part. Jokic doesn't just break defenses, he forces teams to abandon their game plans entirely. Most elite bigs dominate in a predictable way. Shaquille O'Neal overwhelmed defenders with brute strength. Tim Duncan mastered footwork and mid-range precision. Kevin Garnett blended skill and intensity, but still played within a big man's role. Jokic, he plays the game on a completely different level. He runs the offense like a point guard. He drops full-court assists with laser accuracy. He controls the tempo with his mind, not just his talent. Carlisle even pointed out that Miles Turner had to guard Jokic full court, something you never expect against a center. You can't defend him like other bigs. You can't trap him the usual way. You can't prepare for him with a simple game plan because Jokic adapts to everything. Just ask Chauncey Billups. The NBA champion and basketball mastermind has seen it all. Yet, even he admits, there's no real strategy to stop Jokic. After coaching against him, Billups summed it up perfectly. No matter what defenses do, Jokic adjusts and then takes over.
He is really unique. I mean, there's just nothing like him. You know, he brings the ball up the floor. I mean, he just does it all. He does it all. He puts you in a lot of tough spots defensively. He can pick out every coverage that you're in, and if you guard him with a small, he can punish the small. He can punish the big guy. He could do everything. You know, he's just that good.
With most superstars, there's usually a weakness to exploit. Maybe you can speed them up, throw them off rhythm, or force them into tough shots. But with Nikola Jokić, there's no clear weakness. You can't rush him. He controls the tempo. You can't disrupt his vision. He sees plays before they even develop. You can't overpower him. His footwork and strength make him a force. Inside, no matter what defensive scheme you try, Jokic always has an answer. That's why Chauncey Billups and so many other coaches have come to the same frustrating conclusion.